So I am two of the most powerful words in the English language. And when you all say that I am, I think I seen I am a basketball player. Who's a basketball player? I think we had I am a mechanical engineer. Those are powerful. You're speaking your existence. Well, you're speaking what you want to do into existence. That's very important. So just keep saying that. So there's a quote that I read over the weekend that said, "Stigma is shame, shame causes silence, and silence hurts us all." Do not allow others to make you feel ashamed of who you are. I didn't tell my best friends that I had a learning disability until I was 18 years old because I was ashamed. That's why you all are my heroes. You had the courage to stand in front of a room full of people and talk about your challenges and how you overcame them. I didn't have the courage to talk about my learning disability. The shame and stigma silenced me. I didn't have the courage to advocate for myself. I didn't have the courage to tell my friends that I was just as smart as them, but I learned differently. I didn't even have the courage to stand in a room full of people and tell them about ADHD or a specific learning disability. When I was in 6th and 7th grade, I would sneak to special education class so that my friends wouldn't find out. And Nelson Beats the Odds, I have an illustration when Nelson is sneaking in class like a ninja. And he tells his friend Carlos that he's going to the bathroom. And Carlos is like, hold on, the bathroom is that way. And Nelson said, I'm going to the other bathroom. And that's what life was like for me. I had to keep this thing a secret. Nobody could find out about this vulnerability because I knew they would tease me. And no kid likes to be teased. And no kid should be teased because they learn differently. Middle school nearly broke me. I was bent out of shape by a system that isolated me away from my friends. I had to fight my way through low teacher expectations, unwanted labels, and stigmatization on a daily basis. I had to put my head down like a football player. Any football players in here? Anybody here play football? You do? What position do you play? Wide receiver. So if somebody about to tackle you, what do you have to do? Huh? Well, if you can't juke them, what do you have to do? What did your coach tell you to do? Well, your coach, so hopefully your coach is telling you that you need to drive your shoulder into him so you won't be the one getting knocked out. So like the football player, put your helmet down and drive your shoulder through all the vulnerability, pain, and shame. I was bent but never broken, shaken but never stirred. My resilience made me unbreakable. The struggles my ancestors endured and the sacrifices my parents made me unbreakable. The adversity and struggle molded me into the man I am today. I succeeded not in spite of my learning disability, but because of it. Like you, my struggle became my strength. I want you all to stand. I'm determined to stand. I want you all to stand. I want y'all to visualize being a tall tree. So think about like the biggest, tallest, strongest tree you've ever seen in your life. And I want you visualizing yourself being, you can close your eyes if you want. I want you to visualize yourself being that big, tall, giant tree with huge branches just sprouting out all over, gorgeous leaves. Think about it being a day like today, 85 degrees, and you just sitting out there being this big tree. And this big tree has really big roots. So your roots are on the ground and they extended far, far away, let's say 30 feet. That means your roots probably all the way out there on the track right now. And your roots are extending down to water because you're on dry land, so it's not a lot of water. And when it's not a lot of water, your roots expand and it goes in search of water. So you have these big, giant roots. Your roots are so deep that if a tornado or hurricane came through, you still stand. You might bend a little bit, you might sway, but you won't break. That's how strong your roots are. That's how strong you are as a tree. Because in life, it may not be wins, but it's going to be some adversity. It's going to be that teacher telling you you're not going to college. It's going to be that coach saying you're not going to go to the college to play football. It's going to be these people telling you what you can and can't do. And you just got to be that strong tree. You might bend a little bit, but don't break. You got to stand strong and stand firm. But you know what? The trees that are by the water, it's getting all of those nutrients from the water and from the soil. Guess what? When the wind comes, a strong wind, they just blow those trees over. Because the adversity makes you strong. If you being that big tree and extending your roots gives you stability. Some people, learning comes easy to them. They don't have to work for it. Sorry. They don't have to work for it. You all know what it's like to struggle. You all know what it's like to stand in the face of adversity and not be blown over. That's why you are my heroes. Y'all can have a seat. For the educators and the families, every champion needs a champion, and I had 3. I had 3 people who believed in me at times when I didn't believe in myself. I had 3 people who stayed the course because they knew what I was capable of and supported my growth. I had 3 people, the 3 people were my parents and special education teacher. I include them as characters in my book because students with disabilities need all the support they can get. I remember going home crying to my parents, telling them how much I hated school. Home was a safe place, a place where I could share those vulnerabilities. The special education room, where my special education teachers at? Can y'all stand up? Y'all get them a round of applause. Do some good work. The special education room for me was a safe place because my teacher understood me and she made me feel smart. So in closing, I want to share a poem entitled Growing Good Corn, and the author is unknown. There once was a farmer who grew award-winning corn. Each year he entered his corn into the state fair where it won a blue ribbon. One year, a newspaper reporter interviewed him and learned something interesting about how he grew it. The reporter discovered that the farmer shared his seed corn with his neighbors. How can you afford to share your best seed corn with your neighbors when they are entering corn in competition with yours each year? The reporter asked. Why, sir, said the farmer, didn't you know? The wind picks up pollen from the ripening corn and swirls it from field to field. If my neighbors grow inferior corn, cross-pollination will steadily degrade the quality of my corn. If I am to grow good corn, I must help my neighbors grow good corn. The farmer is very much aware of the connectedness of life. His corn cannot improve unless his neighbor's corn also improves. It's not enough for just special education teachers. Children and parents know about exceptional education or special education. It's important that everyone learns about it, and that's one of the goals of my book. Inclusion Day, and I'm determined on shifting the paradigm beyond tolerance to acceptance of our kids. You all can't afford to be silent. You all have learned how to stand up for yourselves, speak loud, and take control of your life. You all have some amazing gifts to offer this world. Continue to be strong. Continue to listen to your parents, because they know more than you do. Trust me, my parents knew more than I did. I thought I knew everything I didn't. So listen to your parents. Listen to your teachers. Like I said, it's going to be adversity. Visualize being that tree with those roots all the way out there by the track, and just stand strong. Thank y'all for your time.